Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, about now, about now, about now.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back once again on the Thursday night preview of the Big Focus. Yeah, we're going to do preview, but we'll do a little bit of review. And I've got two of my biggest critics, man. Yes, Sunil and Mark. But Mark, before we start the show, we got to start the show proper, man. All right? Because, is it today or tomorrow? I think it's tomorrow, right? I think it's today.
Tomorrow.
So we're going to wish all teachers, all right, a happy Teachers Day. So thank you so much for teaching us, teaching the kids, and to become a better human being. So Sunil, happy Teachers Day. I hope the day has been great with lots of games. How has it been going, bro?
Well, it was a half day for us today, so we all knocked off pretty early. And then, tomorrow's our holiday, and then we start our... so that's the thing. We start our term 3 holidays.
Okay,
this
is
the
thing.
September holidays.
Mark, I want to ask you this. Mark, you've been to secondary school, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You've been to primary school, secondary school. We did all this shit. Did you ever had a holiday break during September?
Was it a 1 week holiday?
Exactly.
We had it. I can't remember, man. All right, so we have a little bit of like 2 million viewers to need for us. For those coming in to watch, I need you guys to answer this question. All right. During the time when you guys were studying, did you guys had like 1 week of break in September? Because I can't remember. I think the only time I can remember very vaguely, okay, is possibly a March holiday.
That's right.
Month in June.
Yeah.
Then straight off, it was start of mid-November. Then we start our holiday again.
There is another break in September, G.
Oh, man. I can't do this, man. So for those out there watching, comment down on the comments because I can't for once remember that I had a break in September, man. I really can't remember. Mark, can you remember?
September.
Yeah.
Vividly lah.
Yeah.
Mark probably was living in Twitter world. No, he can't remember this. And speaking of half days and a break week, man, we had football this week.
Oh, crazy.
Football this week. You know, I think this is the first midweek game in the season. And I can't believe it that we had football this week, man. What a pity that football should have been next week. Easier. Were you schooling during the Flintstones years or what? There has always been a September holiday. And you will know this because you have 3 kids.
Exactly.
Right? You will know it. Sunil is a teacher. He will know it. Mark, he taught football to a lot of people as well. He might know it as well. I don't know, man. I wasn't teaching anybody during that time. Probably working my ass off. But okay, I think we nailed this in. We all had September holidays for a week.
Yes,
right?
we all
I
did.
think most of the students, right, would have loved it if the 1 week holiday was this week. Why? Because football was mind-blowing this weekend, man. I think we had like games on Wednesday morning. We had games on Thursday morning. All right, so we're not going to do a full recap on this, okay? We're probably just going to pick 1 or 2 games that really stand out, and we'll probably just talk about it. One particular game, Sunil, you had half day today, right?
Yeah.
And I think Newcastle decided to have a half day as well. Because speaking of which, guys, we wrote them off. All right. I won't say we wrote them off, but I think a lot of pundits pretty much wrote them off and say, look, they are having a crisis. They are having an issue. And then they failed to win the first 3 games, and a certain club as well defeated them as well at home, and then they bounced back 9-0 against Bournemouth. Resulted in the sacking of Scott Parker as well.
Yeah, that was essentially the nail in the coffin for
The
Scott
nail in the
Parker.
coffin. Guys, I just want to talk a little bit about that, guys. We'll just probably take about a couple of minutes in there. I know all of us are long advocates of not wanting to sack the manager. But this, though, I don't know, man. Mark, I want to hear your thoughts on this. To sack a manager right after a defeat, I don't know. And if this was to go on, then I think Southampton should have sacked Hasselhoff way long ago. Do you think they've made a bad decision, Mark?
I mean, I think Hasenhuttl had 9 lives, right? Like Steven said at the time.
He's lucky he's not in Watford. He'd be sacked already, man. Sacked twice.
Yeah, I know, right? But the thing is, I don't know, man. To go off just because your club got defeated 9-0. I don't know, Mark. Sunil, I'm going to throw this to you, man. Just imagine now. Let's just say Liverpool would have put 9 past you guys. Would you guys have called for the head of Eddie Howe?
Wow, I think like the work that Eddie Howe has done, I think he would get flagged for it, but I don't think we would sack him. And like if you look at Bournemouth's run in, it was a crazy start to the season. You know, I
Yeah,
think they had the hardest start to the season. They had Man City, they had Arsenal, and
Arsenal.
the final one was Bournemouth. No,
Yeah,
no, not Bournemouth.
Villa.
Liverpool. Villa, they won, right?
Yeah,
yeah, they won Villa. They won the mighty villains.
Because Villa is giving away points for free, right?
I hope Deeps is not watching this. Yeah, man. So it's just astonishing to see, clubs go on like that. Mark, we lost 2-0, 2-1 against Brighton. We lost 4-0 against Brentford. If we had lost 9-0 against Liverpool, would you have called for the head of Eric Ten Hag? Because you almost remember if Ten Hag would have played McFred or Scott in that Liverpool game, right? You would have called for his head.
Actually, it's more of Maguire and Shaw. I mean, after King
Yeah.
FC the first 2 games, then we backed him all the way because I think he had enough. He gave them 2 games and I think he just said, fuck it, guys, you're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And today that was close. That was close. But to think that 98 minute to concede a goal, I think that would have been like what 5:30 a.m. You were about to go to school. Probably you would have been clad in your Newcastle jersey. What went wrong, man? Alexander Isak. Let's talk about him first. All right,
Okay.
before we go into detail, Alexander Isak. I think he had a beautiful dream debut. He could have gotten a second goal. I think that was a clear-cut offside, I would say. What do you think of his performance, man?
Okay, I think he had his work permit like finally went through like 45 minutes before team registration was due. So it was a very close call. And like yesterday's game, we had about 6 first team players out. So and these 6 first team players are like our 2 centre backs. We had
Yep.
Botman out, we had Shah out. I don't think they were out. I think they were rested because 3 games in 7 days. And
Yep.
then we had Gumaresh, whose hamstring is not well. I think it's a hemi. And then I think there's Maximin with his hemi. And then there's Wilson with a hemi as well. So our injuries are really piling up. But I thought Isak came in. He did well. He had that one chance. That Longstaff played him through. I thought it was a very good finish. It's something that Newcastle we've been dying for. We need a striker who can consistently knock in that 20 goals per season.
Yeah.
And he's young and he's coming from a foreign league. So I think it would have been a great booster for him. And to go back to your point, Joe, I thought the second one was a very close call. Okay, I would like to hear from Mark on this because like Mark's got experience in this. What? Like if you saw them draw the line, Mark, they draw the lines, the VAR lines and everything. Even the VAR referee said that it was dead even. All right, and then the VAR referee said that they based it on shadows. Yeah, that's the response that was given to Eddie Howe. No, they based it on shadows, and that's why they disallowed it. So what's your take on this, Mark? Like, where do you draw the line? Like, would you have given that call? They were even, but
Usually
because
the
it went to
general
a
consensus, right, is you give it to the benefit of doubt to the attacker.
to the attacker, right?
Let's
Yeah,
look at
but I
that.
mean,
Please,
it was
one
a
mark.
big call because it could kill the game. I mean, if that goes in, then That's it for Liverpool in that game. And to
Exactly.
me, it's so close.
But so if this is the case, so like how are we going to like dissect this? So his head was his front, because clearly number 19. Who's number 19 though in Liverpool? I can't remember. That's the left back, is it?
Simi, I'm not sure. I'm not
Simikas,
sure.
right?
Yeah, the kind of-
Simi, yeah.
yeah. So
Simikas,
he
yeah.
clearly couldn't have played him on. So it's just between Joe Gomez's body and Isak's body.
Mm. So
Oh
that
man,
brings me back to the Rashford goal. Was it
Rashford goal,
again
yeah, against Liverpool.
Leipzig.
Liverpool?
Against Leipzig.
Yeah.
Leipzig also.
It was something like this, right, Mark? It was something
Yeah.
like this. Just that
They
Rashford had his body turned a little bit towards his left. And it was just on par. I mean, I think they gave his goal, I think, probably benefit of doubt or something.
like I feel like
This was it.
if this had gone in, Howe would have changed his formation. He would
Uh-huh.
have probably set back a little bit. I mean, although I think 2 goals up away, you naturally bring in someone to beef up the midfield.
Yep.
Not give possession away. So I think he could have changed the entire game, lah. But
Sunil,
I mean,
Sunil.
yeah.
The bigger question is where did that 2.5 minutes come from? I rewind
Yeah.
from 90 minutes.
Guys,
I couldn't find it was worth two
This
and a
is
half
what you
minutes.
call the club time.
So
No
that's the
longer
thing.
the Fergie time, man. We are playing in the club era.
So there was, I think Pope went down with cramps, and he was down for about 90 seconds. All right, to be
Uh-huh.
to go. He was down for like 1.5 minutes, lah. So if you were to add that to the 95, to the 5 that was supposed to be played, it would have been 6:30. So that's a whole 1.5 minutes, and I think the goal was scored close to like 98 and some. So I don't know, but I mean, credit to Liverpool lah. They played to the whistle, and we didn't clear our lines during that corner. We lost the first ball. We didn't defend well at our back post. So it's just how it goes lah. So we just take it on the chin and we move forward lah. But I thought it was a good game. It was a very, very good game, and like Liverpool were proper tested.
Yeah.
Liverpool were proper tested at Anfield. You see, yeah.
Yeah, I think finally, Liverpool has been properly tested in Anfield. They come up victors, and I think Mark Sunil, I think it's safe to say Liverpool are back. Injuries here and there, they're having some midfield issues, and let's talk a little bit about their transfer signing though. Arthur Melo, I think he has been a good player. I think he's quite decent enough. Usually, club hardly signs star players, right? He usually goes in for those underrated guys, and then he turns them into real ball hitters. Mark, you are the ITK for us. What do you think about this transfer, man, to Liverpool? You're shaking your head, bro. What's it?
Weeks of desperation, man. I mean, I
Yeah,
really
exactly.
don't rate Arthur Melo to me. He can't even go
Really?
into my United midfield. Really.
He-
He can't go into
he
our
did-
first team.
Mark, correct me if I'm wrong. Did he manage to break into Juventus's first 11?
Not
Was
exactly.
he?
Yes.
He's not in the first 11 for Juventus, right?
I mean, even Rabiot can start over him. That says a lot.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Mark, does this seems like a little bit familiar? This kind of signing, like a certain Donny Van de Beek.
Wow. I mean, Van der Beek cost a lot. Melo was on loan only, so
Yeah. So
yeah, I can't.
I don't know. They seem to get this kind of signings pretty right though. Lately, I don't know. I think it's very difficult to say that some of their signings have actually been playing really off, but I can't see any signings of theirs going south though. So I think I don't know. I'm looking forward to see how Arthur plays out though. Maybe this time he might be given a more better playing space. A more better chance. How are they going to form out? Like Fabinho, Arthur, Elliott, and I don't know. It always happens to be right, but I think one of their best signings to have ever come through was that boy there that scored the winner. It wasn't all like a stunning kind of scorching goal, but it just happened, man. Sunil, I wanted to hear your thoughts on this, man. It just happened because Salah hit the ball bounces, and then bam, in and out of the post. The next thing you know, the net was rattled. 98 minutes, man. Your heart would have stopped.
Yeah, man. I was actually lying in bed and I was watching it on my StarHub app,
Oh,
So and then when it went in, I just went like, "Fuck," I was my first thought was like, was it even allowed? Because you couldn't even see, like, it was a scramble, lah. It was a scramble, lah.
mhm.
But credit to Liverpool, lah. They really stuck to it.
Yep.
They you could tell, lah. They really ramped up the pressure. They really ramped up the pressure towards the end. So I feel like Carvalho, since Carvalho he came on and he was electric. He was really pacey. He
Mhm.
cut in. He took on people. So it's good to have that kind of ammunition from your bench.
There's nothing to
So
lose.
yeah,
He has nothing to lose. There's everything to
exactly.
lose for, but
Yeah,
nothing.
nothing. What happened to ASM though, Sunil?
I think ASM is nicked his hamstring. His hamstring is
He's out as well, huh?
so ASM's out, Bruno's out, Wilson's out. Wow, we are quite
Any
limp.
before we wrap the Newcastle topic up, any signings do you think the Newcastle might come up with? I was hoping that Paqueta might go to you guys, man.
Yeah, me
Oh,
too. But then apparently he's not Eddie Howe kind of player. Like he's a number 10. You see, he's a
yeah,
number
you guys
10.
have quite a number
You
of
know,
tens.
yeah. So
You guys have Joe
uh,
Linton.
what we needed was actually, I feel like we still need a right winger. We still
Mhm.
need a right winger because I know Miggy Almiron puts in a shift.
Yeah,
She
someone
puts
to
in,
challenge him, lah.
yeah, 200% of a shift. But it's always good to have fresh blood, and like properly someone who can play that holding role, the CDM role. Yeah, so that we can at least afford Gimaresh, Bruno. That luxury of moving forward, spraying balls to actually start the attack.
Electric goal, man.
So I think, like, in terms of transfer activity, I think I'll be very surprised if we get anyone. If we get anything, I think it'll probably be loans.
All right.
Yeah, it'll
Mark,
probably be
anything
loans. Yeah.
for Liverpool though? In terms of transfer wise, I don't think so. We'll be getting in any signs, right? But yeah,
It's a tough shot
okay,
already.
then.
Liverpool. One big signing and this loan, and that's it already.
Yeah, definitely. For those out there watching, guys, today, Thursday, is a little bit of special. We're having a back-to-back show. So right after the big focus at 12 midnight, my guys, Anwari, Mark, and a few other fellas, they will be spearheading the transfer show. So if you guys want to know which clubs is getting which player in that crunch time, join these guys. They will be going from 12 midnight all the way to 6 a.m. Yeah, and they will be
10,
covering the United Leicester 5, right? 10.
Oh,
They will be covering the United Leicester as well. So tune in for that, guys. So you guys will be happening for that. Mark is probably the most energetic when it comes to that. You look at him right now; he's a bit mellow.
but sadly, I'm not a teacher, man. I don't get to enjoy tomorrow.
You want to enjoy the game, huh?
Yeah,
Speaking of enjoying football, guys, even the Invisibles team did not have this kind of 100% start to the season, man. Fellas, I'm astonished. I'm stunned. This is where we will come with the phrase that says the process has been completed. They are charging towards, man. Mark, remember when I told you that once last season I kept telling you, no, their process is over, bro. But you keep telling me no. They still have quite a few tweaks to go. I think 5 out of 5, man. When was the last time we went 5 out of 5, or when Newcastle went 5 out of 5?
I don't think we ever did.
Yeah, I know.
Fergie time, you all did lah, probably.
I can't remember. I doubt Fergie time we had.
No, I
five
think we had a draw always.
Yeah,
before the
usually
start.
like the third or fourth game, right? We usually
Yeah.
like draw. It's always been the case. But 5 out of 5. What a flying start, man. North London Arsenal. Sunil, I just want to talk you through in this, man. Are we seeing the potential champions of Premier League, man? I know it's still 5 games. A lot of people say it's early, but man, this kind of form, you cannot write them off.
No, it definitely can't, Joe. I feel like they've had a cracking start to the season. Their signings are firing. Jesus is on fire. Martinelli has taken a step up. Zinchenko, when he's played, he's looked electric.
Yeah.
And like the people that filled in the roles, I think Zinchenko was out. I think Tierney filled in for him.
Yep.
So I mean, yes, he can look a little suspect sometimes. He doesn't cover. he doesn't. Okay, like for me, I see Zinchenko. He starts as a left back. Halfway through the game, he's a center midfielder.
Yeah, boy.
He does that Cancelo role so well, that Pep mentality. You see, so I think like their signings have been electric. They've been good lah. They've been great lah. But I was actually just having a conversation with a friend of mine who's a Arsenal fan. And he
Yep.
was like, the real like these are the games that we should be picking up points.
Yeah.
These are the games that we should be winning. We should beat Villa. We should beat Villa. We should beat. Was it Fulham that they cleared and everything? So I think the test comes this week. Like the next game. They're up against. They're up
Mighty
against Man
Devils.
U. Yeah, so they'll be tested. They'll be proper tested. But if they can go through like maybe I don't know, first 8 or maybe 10 games, 1 loss, 1 draw, I say that they have a very, very good chance of actually challenging.
So you reckon that one loss might come in this Sunday?
For your guys' sake, I hope so. For your guys' sake, I hope
on
so.
that, man. I have a receipt pending on that tonight.
Yeah,
I know,
receipt.
Receipt, Mark, that receipt. If we're going to turn out winners this Sunday, I think An can probably burn half the receipt off, man.
I just want our fans to not like expect to be surprised that we beat Arsenal because we beat them at our worst before, and now we are.
But now, right? The tide has changed a little. Okay, we are coming back on form. All right, and then we have also bought Anthony and all this. So we are slightly. I would say there are some improvements. We are getting there. We struggled to beat Southampton. Chelsea did win them. All right, we'll speak to Chelsea a little bit. Speaking of Chelsea, there's someone in. And then we're coming to Leicester. So today will be a really, really, how to say, a testament for us. But in terms of Arsenal, bro, they're like steamrolling, man. They're like steamrolling. Do you see any chance of an upset happening, or they will like just pick up 3 points at Old Trafford and boom, off they go, 6 out of 6?
Mark or me?
Mark. He's speechless. He can't say, because he's thinking, oh no, if it's 6 out of 6, then my receipt is getting longer.
No, I foresee a good game, right? But I'm just not really worried about Arsenal, because it's Old Trafford. I'm worried when we go to Emirates. Okay, there are we damn worried because at our worst or at our best, we had a 14-game unbeaten run under Ole, and Zaka scored a long-range deflection goal, and we lost 3-1. I told An, when we are on form, we go to Emirates, we just become nothing.
Limp.
An, you need to know the time is about 23:04. So if you need to actually take this out and also to show anyone after you win, is at 23:00. But I think, I hope we walk away with the victory, man. I hope we walk away with victory. But then Arsenal, not much to criticize them. I think they'll be steamrolling. Arteta is building something. But look at the front four, man. Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus. That is something extraordinary out of the wind, man. Sunil, just a little touch up. That front four, I think that front three has been playing, but they have not been playing for the past 2 seasons. Why Martinelli will go off injured, and then Odegaard will slide off form. But right now, they have like a proper number 9. Do you think they might go on to, continue this? Or are they one Gabriel Jesus injury away from returning back to where they belong by default?
Exactly. I feel like, okay, so if they can keep a clean slate, no injuries, they keep up the pressure, Jesus keeps on banging, he doesn't hit a rut, I feel like they could, but if Jesus is picks up an injury, then who's that? Nketiah will replace him, right?
Yeah.
I assume Nketiah. So I don't know how Nketiah, he had a very good run of games last season towards the end, so he was really on fire. He really earned that new contract. But yeah, if they can keep a clean slate, then yeah. If not, if let's say they pick up injuries or something, everyone's gotta pick up the slack lah. And slack from Jesus is gonna be crazy lah.
All right, Mark, you want to take this on and just give it up with a 3-second reply?
How United are going to lose this, right, is if we end up nothing up front. We end up empty-handed up front. Because our
Yeah,
back
but
line,
we could
our
see
back line is
Anthony start
solid.
doing this. Yeah?
But Mark, Joe, let me ask you a question. Like this is their this is a midweek game. Do you think Ten Hag will rotate the formation? Do you see? I mean, I know you don't want to. I know
I
you don't want to, but
I doubt
would
he
you
will change the formation,
not the
but
formation, the players?
yes,
How about
we.
Maguire's
I
been
think
fresh.
Maguire is definitely playing today. I
Maguire
think
is
Mark knows it
fresh.
himself. He's fresh, and he's
Looks
probably going to be
Joe,
playing.
in a game that we don't need height, right? Then Maguire is fresh. Vardy, man, I mean, if we have Lizandro playing tonight, it'd be easy. But if Maguire plays tonight, right? I don't know, man.
But would they rotate? Like even Eddie Howe rotated Botman and Shah, our starting centre backs. We gave Lascelles and Burn the centre back because it was essentially 3 games in 7 days. Do you see Eddie Howe, Ten Hag doing the same, Joe?
I have a feeling he might change. I think we talked about this, right, Mark, in our Devils community. I hope he changes the lineup because I would want a much stronger team to be laid out against Arsenal. I mean, that is rivalry, man. That is like ego. That is like I don't know. We need that 3 points. I want that 3 points more than the 3 points against Leicester. I can make do with a draw against Leicester. I hope we don't lose. All right, I can make do with the draw against Leicester. But if Mark, I'm just saying, if he reshuffles the team, with Maguire and then from McFred playing in, I can make do. I mean, of course, I would love to win, but I'll make do with the draw. But
So, Joe, if you follow Arteta's way, right, he doesn't touch the back four.
Yeah, he always keeps the back four, regardless of if it's a midweek game or whatsoever.
Yeah.
But no, guys, speaking of back four, back five, there is a certain club that plays only back three. Be it no matter what situation it comes, they always play back three. But this is what I'm really clueless. We know two of the best wing backs in world football, Reece James and Cucurella. These guys are mind-blowing. But we are seeing them played at centre back.
Yeah.
Man, guys, is Tuchel being really found out? But no, Sunil, you can't answer this. I can't answer this myself. Mark, you for once cannot answer this. But I know a certain someone who can answer this. Shall we bring him on? Where we go, man. Out from the Stamford Bridge, coming into the show, we have D Walker back in our show. I hope you can talk to us, D. Can you hear us? No, we can't hear you.
You muted the. Okay, better.
It's I think you are what Aunt just said. Are you from Andaman Islands? Are you down in the sea? I think, guys, this is what happens when you bring on a Chelsea fan and when you ask them questions about whether or not Reece James is a centre back or a wing back, and they go missing. D, do me a favor, go and fix your volume, speak your speaker, and come back in again. And I'll get you in. No, we can't hear you. Go fix your. Or maybe you don't need to use a earpiece. All right, try and give me that earpiece. I'll bring you back in again. Mark, I want to hear your expertise on this. We have seen how Tuchel has played vigorously. All right, back three means back three. Nothing changes, and his back three has always been really great. But lately, even you have been going on Twitter as well. Reece James, centre back. Cucurella, centre back, second half. What's happening to him, bro?
Well, I mean, I stayed up to watch the full game, Southampton versus Chelsea. And when Tuchel moved Cucurella to the back three in the second half, right, left centre back, right? Well, he was Che Adams was giving him a tough time. And I look at the stat where Cucurella and Lisandro Martinez are the same height. And then I don't know, is that what Tuchel trying to emulate? But Cucurella really struggled in the LCB position.
Correct.
Don't talk about Cucurella. Even Koulibaly struggled last night. He misplaced passes that led to Southampton counters. He lost in the air versus Che Adams. Overall, the whole backline struggled, Chelsea. And Southampton should have won the game 3-1. Although Chelsea had chances, which, then we can talk about that later.
But that's the second loss in a row isn't it? Did they
Second
lose
away loss.
away loss? Yeah, the previous
Away
one.
loss, yeah.
The previous one, I think they were down to. Were they down to 10 men? Was it?
They
They
lost
lost
to
one.
Leeds.
They
Oh,
lost to
yeah, yeah,
Leeds.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
lost to
lost to
Leeds. Yeah.
Leeds 3-0. That was clean sweep, man. That was clean sweep. Leeds literally washed them out. The game that I think Gallagher, right, got sent off was against Leicester. They managed to win them 2-1. But if you have looked at Chelsea's game, right, they have not been just struggling at the back, but they have also been struggling at the front. Tuchel has been playing, like Reece James and Cucurella, makeshift centre backs and all. Sterling as a striker, that's something that we have never seen. I've never seen Sterling play striker in Liverpool. I've never seen Sterling play striker at Man City. And then he comes into a Chelsea team. I don't know, guys. Usually, when you want to go to a new club, you will know that, hey, look, they're going to play 3-4-3 or they're going to play 3-5-2. And I'm probably going to be striker. Can I fit the system? I just feel that Sterling doesn't suit that number 9 role, though. Mark. Oh, yeah, I think let's go with Mark, though. We know how United cries for a number 9, and the only number 9 right now we have is Ronaldo himself. Martial is in hospital and all. That kind of Sterling, would you want him to be in your team?
No, I don't understand why is Sterling playing the Timo Werner role where he goes to the wing and he cuts in. When you have Werner, then you take him back to Leipzig and you play Sterling in that position, which doesn't make sense. And Southampton really read him like a book. You see Bella Kocha. When he went out against Sterling, even that 2-on-1 against Sterling and Mount, Bella Kocha tried to fake to go to Mount, and in the end he pushed Sterling to the wing, and then he tackled and got the ball back. And that was the biggest chance for Chelsea. So I really don't understand why Sterling is playing number 9 when he's actually a winger.
Let's take a comment from One Gun Fan. This is actually Victor Sim. He's a Man City fan. Tuchel puts too much pressure on his attacking midfielder to score. Granted, Sterling has been producing lately, but he's better from the wings. Also selling off Timo Werner and Lukaku's on loan to Inter.
Yeah. I think
Maybe
on loan.
let's ask this guy again. D,
Hi,
can you
guys.
hear us?
Yeah, I can.
Hey, you
All
can
right.
hear us. All right, so that means Chelsea fans are quite alive then. D, you're coming in, and you're coming in with a question as well. All right, let's go. Do you think Tuchel is putting too much pressure on his attacking midfielders? You see, Gallagher, I'm going to speak about him. Let's speak on him, all right? Gallagher had a stellar season in Crystal Palace, all right? He was to go far. I think they were also saying that he should be selected for the World Cup for England and all this. And then he decided to say, no, look, I'm going to stay in Chelsea. I'm going to try to pull my socks off and work my ass off and become probably a starter. Tuchel gave him a chance and he destroys it. Like, I think of his first couple of games was madness. Positioning was really off. A player like Joe Ellington is way better. All the Joes are better, man, no worries. And then he goes on to have the red card against Leicester. That was like what? About 2 yellow cards in less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, 20-something minutes, I remember.
Yeah, poor, very poor.
20-something minutes and boom, red card, bam. Wow. D, what's going on, man? Talk with us. Chelsea.
Yeah, guys. Firstly, great to be back. Really appreciate you guys having me back here. Gallagher, he was doing well at Crystal Palace because the system suited him in one way, and he's not. As the 2 yellow cards showed, I think Mark will know best. He's not a good defensive player. Like when he's tracking back, trying to do his defensive work, he's not good. I think that's the problem with Chelsea. We only have, from what I can think, only maybe 2 players that can do that kind of defensive work as a central midfielder. As a central midfielder, now the game has changed so much. You have to be technical on the ball, you have to be good on the ball. But I feel a lot of central midfielders forget that you also need to know how to defend, which, in my opinion, only 2 players can do in the team, which is Kante and in some ways Kovacic. I'm not even putting Jorginho in that conversation because he tackles very late and he tackles next year. He's like Xhaka, but Xhaka has improved completely this season. But Gallagher is one of those players who's a central midfielder, it's like a box-to-box, but he can't defend. And he was completely exposed. And I think the way that we play, because we control, I think one thing Chelsea controls games, they control possession. So when we are caught on the counter, we need players like Kante, you need players like Kovacic who can cleanly win the ball, but he can't do that. And Going forward is good, but coming back, even Loftus-Cheek is not a good. I feel like he's not a good defensive player. He can't defend. Jorginho as well. His positioning is good, but I think defensively, and we have a lot of. We are not solving the issue in central midfield. Without Kante and Kovacic, we are done. We are absolutely screwed for the season. It's my opinion, lah. That's my opinion.
Like he mentioned, right? Chelsea have too many engines already. They don't have any pure destroyers. Too many engines already. Yeah.
Mark said it. Mark was going to send me off the previous weekend when he was refereeing my game, but luckily he didn't.
Lucky enough, Sunil. This Macha came in and started rapping like Snoop Dogg, man, bro. He just came in like Kante this, Kante that, Jorginho this, Jorginho that, bam, 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 bam.
Man never loses a beat, eh?
Man never loses a beat.
Too much fire.
Too much fire in this, man. Too much fire until the extent that is Tuchel being found out, though, dude. Let's go to Sunil, though. I don't know, man. I'm starting to feel. Remember, there was once we said, hey, there's this fourth season syndrome for Klopp. He's going to fumble. And then, nothing happened. And then now people are saying this is like the seventh season for him. And then this where things starts to crumble for him. For Tuchel, we have seen this last season as well. Things were not really going well for him towards the end. And we thought that he'll pick up the pace this season. And I think he's the only Premier League manager and Premier League club to have bought players that were having extensive Premier League experience. Sterling, Cucurella, I would say Gallagher is also another sort of a signing for them. Had a stellar in Crystal Palace and came back and they start to play. They have a lot of talent in there. I think any managers would love to have this pool of players. But do you think he's being found out, though, or the system of this back three is not working out?
I think it goes back to the kind of person he is. Okay, so right now everyone is saying that Chelsea is begging for goals. We need goals. He has to come from somewhere. We're trying to play Sterling up top. But then it goes back to why was Timo Werner let go when you need a number 9? And then why was Lukaku? Yes, maybe he was unfit. I'm not too sure exactly what the technicalities were, or maybe his mind wasn't in. But why would you let go Lukaku on a loan, having just coughed up? Was it 90 million for him?
Yeah, he's shit, bro. He's just shit. That's why he let it go.
But why would you not replace him? Is Tuchel being too adamant right now? Is he being stubborn? Is his stubbornness gonna get the better of him? He's got an ego, He's got an ego. That's why he was at PSG before this, and he ruffled some feathers the wrong way. He didn't want to change. He didn't want to play the kind of football that the owners wanted to see. You see, so like I personally feel the problem could lie in Tuchel. Right now he's being very adamant that his system is good. Okay, admittedly, he came in, he won the Champions League. Right? He won the Champions League, Holy Grail and everything. But then again, I still feel there was a lot of Lampard's work. He really groomed a lot of players, But then again, I feel like I don't know. He's really got to change. He's got to be less stubborn, I feel. Moving forward, how else do you see this being solved, D?
Yeah, like what you said, like it's a bit of Lampard's work, but when he came in, he changed the way. I really feel like he made players more confident to play. And with Lampard, right, players were not holding the ball as often. Like under Tuchel, a lot of players that weren't technically good last time, they became technically better under him. They were more confident. They took more risk, which didn't help in a few games, admittedly, especially against Real Madrid. But we definitely saw a big change when he came in, playing style. But yes, he's like you said, he's got a fucking ego. He's got a freaking ego. He's a bit stubborn. He's stubborn. One thing is he's very stubborn. He loves to play players out of position. He likes to experiment on players that should not. There are certain players that are versatile, and there are certain players that just cannot play in certain positions. Saul was one good example. Saul is not a left wing back, and you're playing him at left wing back. How is he going to do a job? Yes, he can run for this, but he's not a left wing back. Why we signed him to be a central midfielder? He's a good Ziyech. Ziyech doesn't fit our system at all. Ziyech is a attacking midfielder. You're playing him out wide. You're playing him. Don't know where you're playing him. Sometimes I feel like he's a wing back also. I don't know what he's doing also. So like he needs to. I feel it worked for the first season because all the players were fit. But when there's a few injuries coming here and there, he's starting to struggle a bit. Especially now with our two central midfielders, main players out. We are really starting to see the big difference. Reece James is out. Who else is going to replace him? We are struggling. If Tuchel goes out, we don't have a proper left back. We are going to play Ruben Loftus-Cheek at left back, and I don't want to see that.
How do you move forward from this, D? What do you think he should do differently in the next few games?
I think what he can do is he needs to start. First of all, I think he needs to find his most comfortable 11 regarding the circumstance that he's in, which is very hard for a manager because he has, in the circumstance that he's in, he has to play certain players out of position. I get it. But he can tweak the formation. He's always stuck with like you said, he's stubborn. He wants to play the 3 at the back because it gives him that freedom to control the ball. But I think sometimes with the injuries that we have, you need to understand that we need more protection in certain areas. But that's the thing, we are signing centre back after centre back. So I don't understand. We have Koulibaly.
It's like centre backs after centre back. Let's take a little bit of a comment here, yeah? Let's take from one gun a little bit. Billy Gilmore, his left heart Cole might even go out on a loan. Ross is also released. Yeah, I think it's good for Ross to go out, and I was hoping, I was thinking that he might actually end up in Liverpool though. You never know, right? Welcome back, Kel. Chelsea is not solving the issue up front, disrupting the entire system. Sterling as a striker is a bloody joke. Pulisic as a left back, playing CH, didn't want to tackle, got tackled. Yeah, man, this is it. This is big time. But yeah, guys, this is another player. Kai Havertz's been wasted, and why not Borga?
Yeah,
As a Chelsea fan, this is the weakest Chelsea squad for a long time. Yeah, man. You guys actually sent out a couple of players on loan, and then this season you guys got them back. And it's not saying that these guys didn't make it. No, you need to ask Mark. Me and Mark knows a hell lot of United players goes out on loan and they come back the same as before. No one actually went really high, being on loan and then come back and we started to play. I know Tristan always says that a player that goes out on loan and comes back and then goes out on loan again has to be sold. All right, that player don't deserve another chance. And I don't know, man. You guys are not really seeing. And then you have like great fans from Vivegan here. And then he's saying that your face already small. The phone cam makes you smaller.
He just came here to get
Mio turning up for us. Mio, thank you so much for watching. And he's saying, Iron Mark and Tris won't be sleeping, giving you transfer, guys. Mark, I thought it's just you, Ann, and a few of our guys. What is this happening? You guys are talking about sleeping together, and then you guys will be sleeping. Mark, we're gonna leave your personal shenanigans out of this. Let's go in this. Again, what do you think about Aubameyang being purchased? All right, let's talk a little bit about the centre backs, the midfield, the loanies, Sterling as well. This guy was spotted in London Airport. All right. This guy here, when he was playing for Arsenal, right? He took a flight to Milan or something to get a tattoo. Okay, so he can actually take a flight from Spain, all right, head down to London to get another tattoo. All right, so we don't want to speculate anything, but this guy is unwanted in Barca for sure because Lewandowski is pulling the strings there and he is playing his, balls out there, man. I'm not going to go to you, D. I'm going to go to you last. Just nice, he went offline as well. So, Neil, Aubameyang to Chelsea. Do you think Abba is that final piece of puzzle missing in that Chelsea team?
Okay, this whole Abba thing, reeks of desperation. Okay, he's got Premier League experience. Okay, I gotta give it to him. He's got Premier League experience. When he signed for Arsenal, he was banging in the goals. He was on form. But do you need someone like that in your team? I don't know. I wouldn't be so keen on Aubameyang because he was actually quite disruptive to Arsenal. D, you're going wide and you're going gone.
he's probably smiling wide that Aubameyang is coming in. And it's a bit sad when you said that he's not going to make it.
I think it's confirmed. It's 14 million. I don't know. I don't see him. Okay, I think he will probably come in. He knows where the back of the net is. He will score goals, but I don't know how much of a good influence he will be to the rest of the team. You know, like what's he gonna bring to the team? Like, and what if he acts up? What if he acts up? We all watched the Arsenal documentary. We all saw how he totally left Arteta out in the cold, and he just left. And the next thing you know, he was spotted in Barcelona. I think was he spotted in Barcelona or something for contract talks. I don't know. You know, I don't see him being the answer lah. I personally feel Chelsea spent too much time chasing Cucurella, number one,
Yep.
and what's the new guy's name? Fofana.
Fofana.
Yeah. So like like what D said, D's got a point. You know, they need a Kante replacement.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a Kante replacement in their team. You see, so I feel like they should have put in a little bit more effort to find someone to replace Kante. You know, like that guy from Ajax, Edson Alvarez. He's a fit. You know, he's a proper player and he knows the role. He's been playing the role at Ajax, and I don't know why did you not spend enough time going after positions that you needed. Okay, I mean, yeah, your centre backs were all obliterated by what's his name, Barcelona lah. I think Christensen left. Who else? Everyone left, but I don't know.
Left Madrid as well.
Exactly. So I feel like there are too many holes to plug, and they spend too much time chasing Cucurella. I feel kind of overpaying for Cucurella.
Yeah, man, just a bit too much, but it is what it is, right? Mark, before I go to you, because I've got one question that it's totally targeted for you. D, Silva, Fofana, Koulibaly, Daniel James. I think that's the James. Oh no, it's not.
No, Reece.
Daniel James is Tottenham. Sorry, Reece James, Kante, Jorginho, and Kovacic, Chilwell, Sterling, Abba, Mount. How many players? Is that 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10? Huh? 1, 2. Oh, yeah, that's
3, 6, 9, 10.
So it's like Fofana, Koulibaly, and James, centre back.
Right centre back lah, probably.
Oh wow, why? And then you play Kante and Jorginho and Kovacic, and then you play Chilwell. So who's going to be your right wing back? Cal, you're making me confused, bro. I think you mean Silva, guys. We forgot Silva. Yeah. Come on. So it's Silva, Fofana, Koulibaly, James, Chilwell. Then we go Kante, Jorginho, Kovacic, and then we have Aubameyang and Mason Mount. Ooh, that is also fire, man. That is also fire. It's interesting. On paper. All right. We have Johan Narayanan Abimanyu. I mean, I don't know. This is an inside joke for you.
No, he just.
If you say that very fast in Tamil, it sounds very wrong. Say that fast in Tamil after a couple of years, this sounds very, very wrong. All right, man. Mark, this is the question I got for you. Because you were pumping hard for this guy to be end up United. D, stop going wide and stop going back. All right? It's pretty distracting for us all. Mark, would De Jong be a game changer for Chelsea's midfield?
No, I mean, just now when we talked to D, right, there are too many engines, right? De Jong is not a destroyer. He's a specialist at bringing the ball, progressing the ball from deep. So that's what you get, progress the ball from deep. But we want
De Jong likes it deep then. I'm saying that he likes to go deep. He likes to go deep and then he likes to get the ball. So that's not the kind of player for Chelsea right now. How about if we have De Jong, Jorginho, and Mason Mount, that three in the middle, that would be fire, bro.
But your back line have to be very strong because those three together won't have any defensive cover for you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, if you have Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, Reece James, Cucurella, and now you have Wesley Fofana, I think it could be interesting though. Let's take another comment here from One Gun. As much as Tuchel want Aubameyang, I feel Barca might keep him instead to have Dembele, Lewandowski, Abba link up. Ooh.
I think it's done, no? I think it's done,
right?
Yeah. 14 and Alonso's going the other way.
Yeah. Great one. If you're watching this show, come on, man. Confirm for us. You are the ITK of Napshot. Come on. And I've got another one from Kel. Todd Boy buying players off their FIFA card ratings. Hey man, this year's I think FIFA 23 is going to be interesting. I think this is FIFA. This is probably the most interesting FIFA 23 to buy. Why? Because every team is stacked.
Yeah.
Like the likes of Newcastle is stacked, Villa is stacked, even Fulham is stacked, man, and even Nottingham Forest, bro, 16 new players.
19.
So
18 or 19.
Really,
19.
body is 19. Yeah.
All right.
Man.
And then we have like Fofana, Rich Boy. Just a little bit. Do you buy this transfer though, Wesley Fofana? Mark, how much was it? 70 million?
80, right?
90, yeah.
90. Ooh.
So, 70, I think.
So Chelsea has paid.
No, can go up. No, it was slightly below Maguire. I know it was right below Maguire.
Oh man. So Chelsea did not see what United did, learn the lesson. They did not, and now Chelsea is trying to buy Wesley Fofana. Let's see what happens.
Fofana is good.
The guy's good.
Fofana is good.
But whether or not he's good in 75 million. This is 5 million off Maguire though. It's okay, maybe it's just a premium tax. You never know, right? All right, guys. So we've kind of wrapped up, how Tuchel has come back and how Klopp has brought Liverpool back and Arteta's process is complete. We know there's one particular game that's happening tomorrow morning. All right. We know there's one particular game that's happening tomorrow morning and 10 games happening. 10 games are happening over the weekend. All right. So before we touch base a little bit on this, I'm going to go with United and Leicester a little bit just for a couple of minutes. Sunil, United, Leicester, predictions. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you think is probably going to end up 3 points, or do you think it's going to be a dull draw? Mine it is 3 a.m. I'm going to base your answer whether or not I'm going to wake up at 3 a.m.
Okay, so the thing is, it boils down to whether Ten Hag rotates his players. Okay, if he does decide to rotate his players, then it could potentially be a slip up. However, based on seeing how Leicester played the week before against, was it Chelsea? Was it Chelsea?
Yep.
Yeah,
The week before
and they couldn't even beat a 10-man Chelsea, right? Yeah, so I see, if let's say they don't make too many big changes, I hope I don't see Maguire lah. I hope I don't see Maguire or Luke Shaw bombing down the flanks. So I see it could be a easy menu win. I would say at least a 1-0, 2-0. If they can keep a clean sheet, it'll be a good.
But it's 1-0, 2-0. Huh? I think that's easy for Sunil. Mark, Leicester coming off a defeat against Chelsea, a defeat against Southampton, and a defeat against Arsenal as well. And I think they have only took 1 point out of all the times where the season started, where that was against Brentford, the 2-2 draw. So on paper, we should win this easy. Right? We win. Okay, let's not say easy. Now let's just say we should win this easy, because I'm pretty sure An will come back again and take a video of us, snippet of so it's 53-40 An, if you need to know this. All right. Mark, easy win on paper because they are coming out of 3 defeats in a row.
Totally depleted side, man. Leicester is
sad.
relegation fodder. Leicester really so weak. And to me, if we play Maguire and Shaw, it'll be a good contest, a good match to watch. You go both ways, because we are giving Leicester a contest by playing Maguire and Shaw. We play the back four for the last 2 games. I don't see Leicester as a threat at all. To me,
and also this Leicester is also weakened more at the back because Fofana has transferred to Chelsea as well. So we never know. I know you're not really a huge admirer of how United plays and stuff, but a potential banana slip for United?
No, United 3-0, easy. They're gonna win it. They're gonna smash it. They're gonna smash it.
My man is like flipping pratas, more like easy.
They couldn't even beat us with 10 men. They're horrible. They couldn't even beat us with 10 men. What are they gonna do?
That's the thing. That's the thing. The clubs like this, right? They will not play Liverpool to the finals. They will not play Arsenal to the finals. They will not be able to beat a 10-man Chelsea. But even if Leicester were to go down one guy down and be playing in 10 men against United 11, they will play like as though their lives depend on it. Mark, am I right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, man. Especially players like James Justin.
Yeah.
They put on a masterclass against us.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this, but you never know. So we are going for an easy win. But yeah, this is what I want to say. If United were to defeat Leicester, Sunil, another one out of the bag. Will Rodgers be sacked? If the Foxes lose big, I don't know, man. I always put you on the
I don't like this sacking 5 games into the season thing because Rodgers has done well. If you look at his track record, he's done okay with Leicester. He's brought them into Europe. He's been okay, but he's just not been back. He's just not been back in the transfer window.
Yep.
I don't know if they've gotten anyone. I think recently after the Fofana sale, they've been linked with 1 or 2 players. Someone from France, was it Mark? Someone from France.
Yeah, but what? They are linked so late into the window, And
Too late, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like it'll be very harsh for Rodgers to go because he's a good football mind. He's a good football mind. He's just not been backed at all this season.
All right, man. Hopefully, man, Kel, he doesn't get the boot though, and it's going to be a bit detrimental. All right, guys. Now we're going to hit it out with a little bit of the weekend game. Okay, so we'll try to go as fast as possible. Energy these days is running really low, and I'm like 5 hours away from waking up again at 3 a.m. So, and we have another show at 12 midnight as well. So that's a transfer show. So keep your eyes peeled for that. First game, Merseyside Derby. Oh, just a disclaimer, guys. The guys will be at a particular place. I can't tell you where it is. Probably if you guys tune in for the 12 midnight show, you guys will get more details. Nepshot will be probably going live at one of the bars. All right. Watching this Merseyside. So if you guys want to know more details of it, DM Faris or DM Noah, and you guys will get more details of it. So tune in for that. You guys go in there, have a couple of beers, enjoy. If you don't have beers, there are soft drinks, Coke, and all this. But I recommend you guys don't have that. There are more better drinks than soft drinks. Okay, guys, fellas. Mark, we're gonna go with you first. No, let's go with Sunil because he just lost to Liverpool though. Merseyside Derby. Back in the day, couple of seasons back, this is a walk in the park for Liverpool. Everton are not doing that well. They're coming off with a draw against Leeds. They're coming off a draw against Brentford, and also they are coming against a draw against Nottingham Forest. So, what's your predictions for this, bro?
I think one person to look out for would probably be Gordon. He's been 2 goals in the past 2 games. He knows where to he knows the back of the net lah. But I feel Liverpool coming off that 9-0 win, the 2-1 last minute win. I feel like they might just get a win over here. Might be I see Everton holding on, but I still see Liverpool getting the win. I would say easy Liverpool 2-0. 2-0, 0 effort.
All right, man. We're going to hit this. Liverpool to win the Merseyside Derby easily. Mark, Tottenham against Fulham.
Oh, this is a London derby, man. And look at Fulham's form.
Yeah, that's crazy. They beat Brighton, right?
Yeah, especially Mitrovic form.
Exactly.
Right. And Mark, there's a certain player, right? Dan James has been linked to Tottenham Hotspur to play that right wing back role. Remember, we had this when Dan James was with us and Ole was trying to play the back three, and we were thinking, hey, how come this fella probably can make that? Do you think he will suit that role though?
I think Conte bought him for his energy. That's all. I mean, playing wing back role, you have to bomb out and down the field, and James is a bag of energy. So I think that's what Conte bought him for lah. Competition, maybe not as a starter, but competition. Yeah.
Who are you talking about again? Dan James?
Yeah, Dan James.
Dan James, yeah.
I think Dan James is actually going to Fulham.
Oh, Fulham? I thought Tottenham was in for him.
Yeah, so I just read on Twitter, Romano just said that they are looking. This is Dan James from Leeds, right?
Yeah.
I think I just read that he's actually going to Fulham instead. Yeah, like on loan or something. Yeah,
Wait, what? That is
there's
plot
something
twist,
to
man.
something
Wow,
to watch out for.
Wow.
very interesting.
Fulham, huh? He's trading one white jersey to another white jersey, man.
Yeah,
Unbelievable. I was thinking that he'll end up with the whites of Tottenham,
yeah,
but
exactly.
he's going up for Fulham. Mark, predictions Tottenham Fulham.
Draw 2-2.
Draw 2-2. Whoa, that is classic, man. Interesting. Okay, 2-all draw there. Mitrovic to back 2 goals.
Yeah, I think only Mitrovic will
All
score. He
right.
does for sure.
FPL hints coming in with these predictions. Guys, if you guys want to play FPL, we are not FPL gurus, so please, 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 Sunil, don't put your head like that. Right? If you do it again, I'm going to show you that. Do it again. So put your head like this. We are not FPL gurus, but please, please, please do your own research. All right, and just do not take the do not take the hints from us, guys. Okay, we are just speculating. Last week we speculated that Haaland will end up with a hat trick. It did. Kane with the brace, we said Kane will end up with a hat trick, but he did not. But almost he did that. So a number of things happened last week, right? You saw changes of social media, pictures being changed, and all this. But yeah, it's all for fun and laughter, guys. If you join that shot, and a little bit ahead, if you guys want a captain Mitrovic, I think this could be a game where you guys want to captain him, though. Never know. He might just bag 3 goals and hat-trick there, okay? So we are going with Mitrovic bagging 2 goals against Tottenham, yeah? All right, D. Nottingham Forest versus Bournemouth. Usually this kind of game is quite boring to watch, but looking at the Premier League right now, I think this could be interesting. Bournemouth, no manager, and Nottingham Forest, they are trying something with our dance master there, Jesse Lingard. He's teaching the Nottingham Forest how to dance on the pitch these days. Predictions, man, my man.
I think it'll be 2-0. 2-0 Nottingham Forest. I think because after Bournemouth stacked Scott Parker, I think they're going to struggle a bit for a while. Probably down on confidence a bit. I think it'll be a 2-0 Nottingham Forest. I think it'll be a straightforward win for them. They look quite strong, you know. They actually, with the numerous signings that they have, obviously they've got beaten by a very good Man City team. But even then, they played relatively well.
They keep fighting and all this. And I love one player in Nottingham, man. Brennan Johnson.
Brennan Johnson. What a player.
Ooh, that boy is what a player, man. Any club would love to have that kind of a striker or right wing.
Championship top scorer, if I'm not wrong, for Nottingham Forest. 19 goals or 20 goals, somewhere around there. It was doing well for them last season.
Yeah, bro, man. Sunil, you should have went for him, you guys.
They got Isak, bro. Chelsea should have went for him, man.
Mark, why we didn't scout this fellow, Mark, and then we went for Jadon Sancho?
Why?
Yeah,
I like controversy, bro, so that no people take slippers on all of us and then like say, this guy compare Sancho with Brendan Johnson. I'm going to make a disclaimer here. I'm going to lay down here. I think Brendan Johnson would end up with more goals than Jadon Sancho. I love the club.
Yeah, probably.
But you know what? I love to do something that critics comes in, man. Mark, let's do this, all right? I think Brendan Johnson would end up with more goals and more assists than Jadon Sancho this season. I still haven't seen the Sancho that I've seen in Dortmund. You know it for yourself as well. He hasn't really sparked. So I think Brendan Johnson might back a couple on this game, man. So D went with 2 goals, 2-0, right? For Nottingham Forest. FPL hints, guys. Anyone wants Brendan Johnson, do not have that in your team? You need to have him, man. Sunil, do we need to have him in your team?
I don't think I need any Forest players for now. Because I for one can't even remember half of their team now because they keep signing new players. You don't even know who's gonna start. So I'm gonna stay away.
There's one player you need to know. All right, he is the dance master of Nottingham Forest that goes by J-Ling. All right, man. Sunil, the next game, Chelsea up against West Ham. This is another derby, right? Another crunch tie for Chelsea. Another defeat for Chelsea might go really soft for them. West Ham finally got their season up and running. None other than Villa giving them the 3 points. Usually Villa gives people 3 points. You guys, 3 points. I know they're just giving them 3 points for you to start the season. 3 points for you to continue winning, guys. So West Ham have finally started. Sunil, do you think this game will be interesting to watch? Really nice to watch. Any upsets here? Do you think? Or Chelsea? Nah, they're probably going to bounce back.
I think West Ham. This game is probably coming at the worst time for Chelsea right now. Taking on a team like West Ham, who's finally. It seems like they've got their gears running. But I don't see Chelsea losing. I mean, maybe Fofana should be in line for his debut. I feel like it could be a draw. I don't see Chelsea losing, but I don't know. I just see that West Ham might just this could be a draw. I say maybe 1-1.
But Sunil,
1-1.
Chelsea at Stamford Bridge is a different Chelsea altogether. When you watch Chelsea,
Mark, back to differ. It's a different Chelsea.
Different,
Mark,
right?
what do you think then?
No, I mean you see Chelsea 10 men. They played better against Leicester when they were 10 men.
So I think we should start with 10 men, huh? You know what, D? Go ahead and tell Tuchel, let's start the game with 10 men. I think you guys play better with 10 men, man. A handicap match is always good. All right, so we're going with a draw. Chelsea 1, West Ham 1. Mark might think saying that Chelsea is going to end up victorious at Stamford Bridge. So, Mark, Brentford up against Leeds United. Your predictions on this?
Whoa.
This is another good game, huh? Brentford is on form. And then Leeds United as well. They are in good form as well.
Hard to predict.
Hard to predict. Man. This game week 6, right? Yeah, game week 6. It's so difficult, man. Why? Because every team is pretty much on form.
I know one. I can predict one game. It's coming up later.
Yeah. Okay, we'll give it to you.
No, Steven should not be watching.
James, you don't watch that because then it comes to that. Mark, predictions: Brentford Leeds.
Oh shit, man! This game 3-2 to Brentford.
3-2. Oh, goals.
High scoring, This game high scoring.
Oh boy, interesting. All right. Okay. All right. We'll go with 3-2 victory for Leeds. D. Wolves against Southampton.
I think draw 1-1. I think it will be a draw. Both teams are playing quite decent. I think it will be a draw. Wolves play quite boring. They play. Wolves are okay, but I think it will be a draw. I think their whole squad is now like 8 of them are Portuguese. Like 8 or 9 of them are Portuguese.
That's the thing. If you guys want to know what a Portuguese football team looks like, just go to Wolves. Go to Wolves, and then they will probably show you what Portuguese football is. So there's one player though, I forget. Wolves. Damn it, I can't get to my head. I always use him in Football Manager. I always use him in FIFA. Guedes.
Oh, Gonzalo Guedes.
I never once thought he would end up in Wolves. That boy is like a wonder kid in Football Managers and all. Whenever I start a game, that's the first guy I always go to, man. Yeah, and you can always get him cheap, like what, 8 million, 10 million. If you throw in another player of your own, and then you probably get him like 4 million, 5.
He scored 40 goals for me in one season.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. He scored 3 goals for me. Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll go with a 1-0 draw with Wolves and Southampton. All right, FPL captains, take note of that. Sunil, you're not going to predict your own club, so you are going to predict the game of the weekend. All right. This game is going to wrap up the Saturday night. Are City going to wrap up Villa as well? Like how they're going to wrap up the Saturday night games?
Oh, this is painful for me to say, but I see Villa might be in for a long ass night. I feel okay. City to win. I just go straight to predictions. City to win.
Bro, you are writing off villains. It's Gerrard, man. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't see them getting points against. City, man. The form that Haaland is on, I won't count against him getting another hat trick. All
right. Sunil, we're gonna do this. So you did Scott Parker at first, then you did Brendan Rodgers, right? If now City would gonna end up 6-0 or 7-0 game victory, are we seeing the sack of another manager, man?
Okay, if it's a defeat by that scoreline at home, I think that would be the breaking point. That would really put the pressure on Gerrard. But I don't see a 6-0, 7-0. I see maybe, maybe 3-0. Trying to be nice to Steven here, but 3-0.
We have a City fan that says Haaland may be rested, but then there's Alvarez.
Exactly.
He bagged 2 goals. Mark, you need to settle this guy, man. I don't know what the hell you guys 3% have going on. I still got work to do. I don't know what work you guys are referring to, but I hope the work is clean and sweet, bro. Sunil, I need the scoreline, Sunil. I need the scoreline. Give me a bold scoreline. Come on.
Okay, City 3, Villa 0.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. I hope lah. I hope.
All right. So it's City. Anyone here, guys? You guys are going for anything else? Mark,
For City,
are you going for anything different?
No lah. I'll just say Villa is going to relegate lah.
Oh my
go so far.
God, bro! We were in scoreline prediction, and you just went straight up to season prediction.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to predict Villa lah. I mean, there's no point, right?
All right. See, I'm going to put you in your spot as well. Villa against City.
Oh, Divan, I'm sorry, it's gonna be a 6 lah. For me, 6 or 7. This is gonna be a
6 or 7, bro. Okay, guys, I'm going to be the guy that's gonna hug. Why 6 or 7? You really think 6 or 7?
Yeah, they look so disorganized. I mean, okay, Arsenal didn't have their best game, but this is City. They didn't play De Bruyne yesterday. They didn't play Foden, and they look like that. Like they start both of them. Oh my god! And they look so disorganized.
Orgasm, man. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go with Dibs 8. I think this is a game where probably City might slip up a little bit. I'm going with either 1-1 draw. Look at
Where is Steven? Is he holding a gun against you right now? Off screen, is he holding a gun against you?
Calm down. Maybe he's below somewhere. I think. All right, I think. I'm going with a 1-1 draw. We need someone to slip up, man. Come on, we need probably Haaland is tired or something. Oh, ITK has started. Arsenal getting Douglas Lewis. Mark, please verify this.
I mean, just now we were discussing this, right? Arsenal getting Douglas Lewis because
if you guys need someone to score from corners, call this bugger. I don't understand how he's doing that. Okay, so we're going with a straight up City win, and I'm going to probably save Villa and say that no, they are going with a 1-1 draw. Next up, Mark, Newcastle against Crystal Palace. Tread carefully, Mark. Tread carefully. All right, you might not want to be in the wrong books of someone.
Newcastle, Crystal Palace. 2-1 Newcastle because I mean Palace away is Palace can't play away.
Guys, we had this conversation last week, and we said, bam, 5-0, close shop. We don't talk about the past. And then, the next thing a few minutes later, 1-0 Crystal Palace. Few minutes later, 2-0 Crystal Palace. And then, bam, we wrote Crystal Palace off too easily. I think we shouldn't do that, man. We shouldn't. We should give them some respect for this. I think they might go on for a win, though. Mark, what do you think, Mark? What do you think?
For that to happen, right, Zaha has to get a penalty.
That is easier. I think Danburn will concede the penalty easily. Yeah, easily. Let's be that. Okay, Mark, predictions, Mark. Let's go. Serious predictions.
No, 2-1 Newcastle.
2-1 Newcastle. Okay, all right. So we want to see you happy. We want to see you smiling again after today. So we are going for a 2-1 victory for Newcastle against Crystal Palace. And then we go for D. Before we wrap this up, Brighton against Leicester. No brainer, Brighton?
Yeah, Brighton 1-0. Will be narrow. Will be 1-0 or 1-0. 1-0 is fair.
1-0, then it is all right. 1-0. Clean sweep done, Brighton. And then we go, guys. The game of the weekend, all right, is Man United versus Arsenal. We're going to take all your predictions for this. Okay, you guys literally said that United is going to walk over Leicester and all this. But this game is, like what you said, the comment, it's a resurgent United team up against the mighty on-slaying Gunners, man. Is Gunners going to make it 6 out of 6? This brings me back to a lot of memories where we broke their 49 game unbeaten. This was a hype that was given. They were coming into United, they're going to win, and then bam, we walked out 1-0 victories. I think Scholes scored that winner, right? Or Scholes or Rooney, I think.
Rooney, wasn't it?
Yeah, Rooney scored the winner. I think, yeah, it was a Scholes assist, and then Rooney scored the winner. I don't know, man. Mark, you've been going all night long. You've been going all week long, and you kept saying that we wait for you at Old Trafford. Wait for you at Old Trafford.
So 2 weeks ago, man.
Yeah, you told them 2 weeks ago, right? From 2 weeks to 7 days to 3 days, and now we are just probably after tomorrow, now which is 1 hour away. We are 2 days away from witnessing this game. So, Mark, I'm going to go with you last. All right, I'm going to speak with Sunil. Sunil, do you think anything exciting is going to happen in this game, or is going to end up in a goalless ball draw or something? I don't know. We used to have pizzas thrown. Maybe today, this weekend, we might have, I don't know, prata being thrown.
Okay, I see Arsenal's streak coming to an end, but I don't see them losing. I see it probably as a draw. I'm going to be on the fence, and I'm just going to say a draw. Score draw, but not a goalless draw.
You just don't want to end up being in the wrong side of Anwari, correct?
I think me predicting a draw already, he can't do the 5-time to a 6-time, you know?
He'll probably be doing this dance, right? If that's a 6 time.
Okay.
He'll probably be doing this, the game with Jesus victory. D. United Arsenal always goes a lot of ways. You hate Chelsea. I know you hate United even more. So, two of the most disliked club for you. What do you think is happening in this? Anything interesting?
I think it'll be a high scoring draw, 2-2. Probably United at home
2-2.
quite tough, lah. If someone
guys,
is
it
going
you guys don't want to disappoint me, or
No,
is it you guys just don't want to disappoint Anwari?
no, he threatened me before the game. He said, say proper things. So I have to play the fence also, like.
Oh my goodness. All right. Okay, that's good. Okay, so we're going to go for a 1-0 draw with Sunil, a 2-2 draw with guys, whoever watching the game, come in with your predictions for this. If you guys are going to do, we have someone from Exhibit. Don't underestimate United defenders after Maguire dropped out. Fucking slabby hey Maguire. Okay, I think Exhibit is definitely United's fan. Someone who's going in that kind of tone, I think definitely you're going for it. Mark, I want you to wrap this up and tell us your predictions for this United Arsenal game, man.
Oh yeah, and Anthony's going to run rings around Zinchenko this game. If you can do it against Cucurella, right? Zinchenko is nothing. So 2-1.
My man, 1 hour and 18 minutes.
We see one now. One more receipt printed out already.
One more receipt has been printed out, guys. Sunil is like, wait, what? What just happened? All right. Okay, my predictions is as much as I would love to win this, I think it's going to end up in a draw, guys. I think it's going to end up in the goalless draw. Both keepers are on form. I think Ramsdale is pretty much on form. Their defense is tight as hell, man. Really tight. So it's going to take a lot for us to really break that kind of defense. We really need to work hard for it. Like I said, today we will know once the team lines up, and then we will see, how we will play Arsenal. But I think it will probably be a draw, man. I would love to win. I would love to shut up big time. 1 hour, 18 minutes, and that's what I said. I would love to see you being so emo, man. It's been long.
Receipt printed.
Yeah, it's been so long. No, you've been high flying with your Facebooks and all. And I would love it when it comes Monday morning. You are like, hey, Joe, cannot say butuh rabah. All right, and I would love for that to happen. But then, once again, it's going to be a good game, guys. It's going to be a good game. Sunil, I wanted to answer this, Sunil. There has been speculations going on for this. It's got nothing to do with the game. All right. This player is out of Premier League. We're going to go a little bit out of Premier League and walk towards Italian Serie A. And a certain someone, did you see the news about Pogba kidnap and blackmail and witchcraft and whatnot? Can you sum up What the hell is going on with this boy here, man?
I don't know, man. I read the reports and I was still quite flabbergasted. I still don't know what's going on. Apparently, there's a witch doctor for Mbappe.
Yeah,
Like they were trying to do some spells on Mbappe, and his own brother is linked in this. But
is
his own brother was part of the syndicate that wanted to kidnap him. I don't know, lah. I'm just glad this guy is out. He's out of the Premier League, lah. He's out of the Premier League. He's a Serie A problem now.
I know, right? Mark, we have been going on and on about this boy. Finally, when this kind of drama hits, he's no longer United, man. I feel so refreshed. I feel so fresh and relieved that this guy is not in United now, man. With this kind of news, oh boy.
He haven't played for Juve yet.
Yeah,
He hasn't started, yeah.
Juve haven't. He has yet to kick a ball in a game for Juve, man.
Sometimes we earn it by losing him for free, I find, because we got rid of that. We just
that money could have been black magic money as man. We could have hit that money, certainly, man. Pogba, do you think he will be ever backed as probably be a world-class player ever again, man, after all this drama happening?
I think his time is done. I think his time to be, when he was at United, that was his time to be world class, which he was at certain periods of time. But now he's 29. Is he 29 this year? I think his career has probably gone off. And he's picking up injuries. And by the way, guys, I don't want to point out anything, but it's always the French players. The French players are the ones always causing problems. It started with last time was Ribery, then that got settled. Now slowly Benjamin Mendy, Saliba, now Pogba. Guys, what's going on?
That was Balbuena, right?
Matthew Valbuena. My God, that's the one. What's going on?
I don't know, man. You see the prison FC is coming to knock on the doors, or they are getting rich doctors in. Oh my goodness, I don't know what to say, man. My man Exhibit, I hope this turns out well. 1-0 United is all I ask for as well.
Wait, which Anthony?
But which Anthony? Which Anthony, man? You don't know, but Anthony debut was Arsenal. Yeah, I hope Anthony debuts that. Sunil, Mark, Dave, thank you so much for coming up today, and wrapping these shows up. Guys, we have a show coming up at 12 midnight. That will be the transfer show. It will lead up all the way till 6 a.m. this morning. So whatever transfer news you guys want to know, tune in for that. These guys will hit you up with all kinds of news. And with that said, we will be back again. Probably Napshot will go live on Saturday at one of the bars for the Merseyside Derby, and we'll be back again on Tuesday to review the games that happened in the weekend, especially that United Arsenal again. If you guys want to see Anwari crying, or me crying, or Mark crying, tune in on Tuesday, guys. We'll be there. Stay tuned, guys. This is Joel wrapping up with Sunil, Mark, and Dee. Cheers, guys. See you guys.
Adios.
Bye.
Cheers, bye.